All right, here is the tutorial for the list review. I'm going to walk you through from start to finish, parts 1 and part 2 of creating the user interface and then creating the simple blocks to be able to generate random images. So this is utilizing our list component, our list feature, in which we can have a bunch of items in a list, and then our button will just pick something random from our list. So we've done that with sounds, we've done that with words in our Charades app, and then we're also going to do that now with pictures to show you that it can be done multiple ways. All right, so take you through kind of the steps of part 1. Part 1 is creating a new project. So we're going to go to Projects, Start New Project. Remember, we are calling this List Review. I could use camel case, capital L, and then capital R. Click OK. All right, for our user interface, we're going to have 3 simple components. And what we're going to do is we're going to first add a vertical arrangement on here. So we're going to go down to our layout drawer, choose vertical arrangement, drag that in here. We're only going to adjust one property in our vertical arrangement, and that is the width. We want to make it automatically adjust to the width of the user's screen. So we're going to select Fill Parent. So remember that will adjust this window, the vertical arrangement, to the width of whatever user screen is being viewed on. So an iPhone, a tablet, a Mac, what have you, it will automatically adjust. The width we're leaving it automatic, or the height we're leaving it automatic, and that will adjust to the 2 other components that we drop in here. So that means that that vertical arrangement will just adjust as needed for our image and our button. So those are the other 2 components we're going to drop in here. Image and a button. And we want to make sure that we get both of these within this vertical arrangement. If I accidentally drop this button outside of the vertical arrangement, you can see that blue bar kind of maneuvering, showing me where it's going to end up. If I accidentally drop that below here, I've got 2 indicators that this button is not within my vertical arrangement. Number 1, I can see that there's some white space, so it's not part of this block. But over here, again, in our component arrangement, any component that is included or a part of another one, such as this vertical arrangement, should be indented. So we can see this image is indented underneath vertical arrangement. So that very clearly tells me that the image component is within the vertical arrangement. However, the button is lined up with the vertical arrangement, so they're on the same space, the same depth of screen 1. So what I want to do is take button 1 and drag it up until I get it in the right area here. You can see it's now within this gray block, and button 1 is now indented underneath vertical arrangement 1. All right. One thing that we learned early on and we need to make use of is that we always want to rename components. If I had multiple images or multiple buttons, I want to rename them to make them something meaningful or useful. So with this project, I'm having you insert specific images, downloading images from the internet for a theme, whether it's Christmas, whether it's a season of the year, whether it's an animal, what have you. It doesn't matter. But so typically you'd want to rename that. So if we're doing something for animals or for a season, we could rename that here. So we could call this whatever picture it's going to be. Maybe I'll say holiday pic. You get to choose the name yourself. Make it something meaningful that if you had an app with a whole bunch of images or a whole bunch of components, that would tell you specifically what that image should display. Button 1, I'll rename that as well. I'm going to, this button is going to generate an image. So it's my generate image button. Maybe I had another button on my app that's for making a sound or maybe changing the background color. So I would want to name my buttons that tell me what they're going to do. Now, even though I changed the name here, you can see that the text on the button 1 just says text for button 1. Remember to show specific text to the user, we have to go in the properties window here. And we're going to scroll down to text. And right there you can see it says text for button 1. I'm going to change this to say, I'm going to call it display a random image. I'm going to tell the user exactly what this button is going to do. So I'm also going to make my button a little prettier. I'm going to change some things. I'm going to change the font size just to make it more user-friendly. We want a better user-friendly experience. I'm going to change the background color. We can pick whatever. It doesn't matter. We could even change the background of our vertical arrangement. Right now I'm just adjusting my button. Okay. So there we have it there. Let's do one other thing. Let's adjust the properties of our image. Typically, I'll have you resize images. If you download an image from the internet, they could be very large. And unless you're being really conscious when you download an image to see how many pixels it is, it could be way bigger than the screen that will be displayed here for user. So in order to combat that, what we can do is we can say, hey, this image, the placeholder where our picture is going to show up, instead of making it an automatic height and width, we don't want it to automatically adjust to whatever size of the image that is going to populate in there because it could run out of control. So maybe let's just set this for 200 pixels, the height and the width. So we'll make it 200 by 200. That way we can control. If I have a picture that is 1,000 pixels wide, it will get squeezed down to fit within this 200 by 200 image frame here. Okay. So that's the basics of our user interface setup. So we have, again, 3 components: a vertical arrangement. And within the vertical arrangement, we have our image from our user interface. We have an image. We adjusted the image properties to be 200 pixels high by 200 pixels wide. We don't have a default image in there. I could have a default image in there. I could pick from one of the things I've uploaded, but we don't have to. And I have a button. All right. So if you haven't already, you can pause the video. Make sure you've selected your images, however many images I've told you for this project. Make sure you upload them to your media file here. I'm just going to upload some random pictures that I've got saved here. Just some goofy pictures of me. Maybe we'll do, I don't want to type that name in because I'm going to show you something about names. Here's a goofy picture of me. I'm going to pick 4 here just so we can demonstrate a couple principles here. All right. There's me looking serious with my guitar. There we go, that uploaded. And one other here. All right. So I've got 4 images that we'll show here. Okay. So here's when Mr. Clifton tells you whenever you download an image from the internet and save it, always rename it something simple, because in this example for this app here, simple names are going to save you time. It's going to make your life easier because I'm going to have to retype these names when I create my blocks, and I'll show you that in a little bit. And you can see what's weird here is I've got, it's kind of an unconventional name, img_0272.jpg. And one's capitalized, one JPG is not capitalized. I'll talk about that in a moment. Okay, so let's go to our blocks. We've got our user interface set up, and we've got blocks. So again, this app is making use of a list. So this is part 2 if we've broken this out into a 2-day event. So part 2 is the blocking and creating the code and making things happen within our app. So there's really only 2 blocks of code we need. We need to create our list of our items, which in this case is going to be our pictures, and we need to create the code for our button that tells the user, hey, when you click the button, something needs to happen. So let's set up our list right now. A list is an example of a variable. So we have to create a new variable. So we're going to go to our variables drawer, and we're going to drag out initialize global variable. Remember, whenever we're going to use a variable, we have to create the variable. So we have to initialize it. Initialize is a fancy word for start, create, make it happen. Okay. Just like with our other components, we need to create a name for this. And because this is just going to be a list of images, I could call it image list, picture list. I'm just going to call this list because we're only doing this one thing. We're going to have one list, pretty straightforward. I don't need to get too fancy. Again, the simpler the better to make your life easy. And now we're going to initialize a global list variable to, and what we want to do is we want to make a list here. So where are we going to find our make a list block? That's going to be in our lists drawer. So go to your lists drawer, and you can see the second option down here, make a list. So we're going to drag that out and connect it. And so you can see we've got the couple things we can put in here. However many images I told you to do for this particular app, you need to modify this block. I'm going to do my 4 images. I uploaded 4 media files, 4 images to this app. So because this block only has 2 spaces for me to add things, I can adjust it. This block has a settings icon built in it, so I can click on that, and it gives me an interactive window where I can make adjustments. I can drag this directly to here, and in real time it will adjust the block inside my app. And I need to add one more to make this 4 because I want 4 pictures. If I accidentally dragged one too many and I don't want 5, all I need to do is take one, oops, I'm going to take the bottom one. Take the bottom one and just remove it from that pile, and it will adjust in real time up here. And now I just click off of there, and my block is ready for me. All right, so what's going to go here is a reference to our media files, our images. In order to do that, we need to grab a text block from our text drawer. This is the most difficult part of this whole app because you have to type in your file names exactly as they've uploaded. So I'm going to drag out this block here. I'm going to duplicate this block and add one of these text boxes here. It's just easier than going to my text drawer each time. Okay. So now I have to add the name of my image files. So if I would have renamed these before I upload them, Randy 1, Randy 2, Randy 3, Randy 4, that would have made my life super easy. But right now, I've got these unconventional file names. So I have to type this in exactly as it is here. Otherwise, my program will be confused when it tries to find the file name that I have typed in there. So I'm going to do this first one, image 0272 JPEG. So there we go. There's our first one, image underscore 0272 JPEG or .jpg. And I need to do that for these other ones here. So I've got 2716, and this one's underscore, so I have to type it exactly like that just to be safe. 2716 JPG. 2716. All right, next one for me is 2779. And then we have one last one, which is 6717. You'll notice that I'm not talking while I'm typing these file names because I'm trying to memorize 4 whole digits. All right, so there is our variable. Our variable is done. We've made our list. We could have this list 100 things long. Doesn't matter how long the list is. We just have a series of things that we can choose from for our app. Now, the last thing we need to do, which is what the user is going to interact with, which is our button. Mine is my generate image button, or the user sees a button that says display a random image. So obviously, because we need to code for this button, we need to start with our button. So we click on our button, and we want to have this block here, because when the user clicks that button, we want it to do something. So when generate image button is clicked, and what we want to do here is we want to pick something random from our list. So we need to in essence, what we're doing is we are setting this image component to display a picture. So because this image is controlling what the user is going to see, we are going to go to that image over here to look for that code block. We want to set that, I called mine holiday pick, so set the holiday pick component picture to something random from our list. So I'm going to drag that block out here. That's gets me a good start. I don't need this. I don't need to pick something specific. Remember, we're trying to generate something random. So we're going to ditch that, put that in the trash. And again, we want to set our holiday pick component to a picture from something random from our list. So we need to, this block here, kind of following this path, is going to generate a random item from this list. So that tells us we need to go to our list drawer. Go to our list drawer. And you can see here we've got this block that says pick a random item list. Drag that out. And so what are we grabbing this random item list? What's our list? Our list is a variable, and our variable is called list. So we need to go to our variable drawer because we're grabbing a random picture or a random image from our variable, or list variable. And we're going to use this get block. And because we've only created one variable in our drop down here, it only gives us one option, global list. And that is it. That is all we need. Simple app, simple tools, simple way to create a list, a random list. And now if I were to test this, I could go up to Connect, AI Companion, test this out. Now when and I'll do that here in real time just to make sure it works, so I'm not sending you guys astray. You won't be able to see this part, but I'm just doing this on my personal phone. So it's loading for me. And now when I click this display random image, I'm doing that on my phone that you can't see, and it is working. I'm getting a random picture. Sometimes I see the same one, but it toggles through randomly those 4 pictures that I uploaded. So that works. Simple way to create a random list. You could create games very easily, like we've done for charades or other kinds of games. You can get creative, but lists are a great way to create some interactivity with an app. And that is it.